And I remember many other people who put extra time and energy to get this government of change. What did we? Oh yeah, we get the change. Nothing happened. Thank you, Dan.
The thing about change is that sometimes it's a change from pan to fire. However, to be fair to this administration, the destruction of the Nigerian political space has been a long time coming. Even though when this government came into power, a lot of other serious mistakes have been made. Looking at the police, for instance, when President Olusegun Obasanjo came into power in 1999, one thing he wanted to do, if I remember correctly, was to reform the Nigerian police. He established the Nigerian... Angel, you are free to go if you want. We have finished our program, so anybody who wants to leave can leave. But just to let you know, I've started streaming. I've ended the first one, but I'm not streaming this one live, only on YouTube now. But I'm not recording it on YouTube, but I'm not recording it here, just for you to know. For everybody who wants to speak, just for them to know as well. So when Olusegun Obasanjo came to power in 1999, one of the things he wanted to do was to reform the Nigeria police, increase their salary. I think that was the last time the salary of the Nigeria police was increased. And he wanted to do other things about the Nigeria Police Fund, which the then Martin looted the entire funds then. That Martin, what's his name again from Ogun State?
Smith. That's my friend.
Good. And then also some of the funds were looted by the then Inspector General of Police. That was when the Badu dragged him on the ground in the process of arresting him. But the point I'm trying to make is that one very fundamental change Obasanjo wanted to introduce was to recruit university graduates into the Nigeria police. That's what happened. When the graduates joined the police, of course, there are certain things a graduate cannot tolerate. So they immediately formed a trade union and started to agitate for improved welfare for the police and all those. They even went on strike. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, the Nigerian police went on strike because the graduates were recruited into the force. Now, rather than trying to solve the problem, Obasanjo panicked and stopped the recruitment of graduates into the police up till today. So what we have witnessed is a police force where there is no accountability, illiterates, hooligans, people who will manufacture because the minimum requirement now is the WAEC, they will not go and forge the result. And you see policemen that are underfunded, malnourished, not properly paid. And then not only that, their funding started to be looted, so that the Nigerian policemen were simply left to fend for themselves at the expense of the masses. And up to today, that anomaly has not been resolved. There's a question I wanted to ask our guest, which I forgot. Is there any positive to take from this NSAS protest? Let me see what for us.
I also want to ask that question. You're right. Yeah, go. Now, can I quickly chip in?
Yeah, I forgot it. Yeah, is there any positive? Because one of the positive that we can have is the promise of the President Buhari to look into police welfare, if indeed they will do that. The police structure is so bad, so rubbish, so terrible. And if you have that kind of decision, you cannot graduate sensible policemen. You can only graduate stupid people. If you let me say also that the anger, it appears that while other countries are relaxing, the Southeast have started their own. And why is it that what is happening in the Southeast is burning of all the police stations? Because in Anambra State, I was in Anambra State, I learned that policemen in Nigeria will give their 6 months' salary as bribe to be posted to Anambra State. I think it is the worst federation. They see Anambra as where you simply come and make money. The DPOs, the commissioners of police, because they are all traders. So you see Okada riders, you see them every kilometer of the road extorting money from the people. They do it in broad daylight. You give them change, you give them money, they give you change. They are not hiding it. In fact, one policeman told me in those days, there was a day when I started to read law. One day, a policeman stopped me, and I refused to give him money. He was there checking all the papers. I said, "Oh, God, my papers are complete." After he checked everything, asked all the questions, I was there because I'm not like other traders who will simply, I'm rushing somewhere. I don't rush. I'll stay there with you, policeman. like, I stay for the whole day. So at the end of the day, the policeman told me, Oga, look, what are you doing? I know you're a businessman. I said, yes. He said, you have your own shop. I said, yes. I said, Oga, so you don't know that this is my own shop. This is where I collect my own money to feed my program. So that is the mentality of every policeman posted in Anambra State. They are there to collect. That is their own business.
Yes. Yeah, because they're not well taken care of. And like, I'm sorry, you alluded. Most of the governments in Nigeria. I also remember after 10.5 years spent in Germany, I went to university. They're coming back home. After 10.5 years, I was working with Institute of International Affairs. And there was one night that we were stopped, me and my wife. We just come from Europe, we are fresh. So, and we were stopped, and then the police was stop us and say, where's the driving license and all that kind of thing. And I remember my wife just took the driving license, and this guy turned the thing upside down. And my wife had to say to him and say, sir, you turned the thing upside down, turn it around. I said, look, we are not talking about any book or anything here. Just what do you want to give us?
Exactly.
And we were shocked. We were shocked. And that is 1980-81. So you can imagine how long ago we've been treated this way. And you know what? The way they treat the police is the way they are treating the people, because they're supposed to guide and protect us. But when you messed up the people that are supposed to protect you, you're not going to get any protection. I don't know whether you've been there to their barracks before.
I'm telling you.
And as I speak, I have a friend, again, I'm on international, whatever, we're not going to mention names, that from my little income as a pensioner in this country, I've been sending him regularly something. He's one of the Mopol officers. And when you now see that, because he said we have to buy everything, can you imagine the starting point of any police officer in the Europe, in the UK, is about £28,000. It's about £28,000. And until when we have this culture of putting value on human beings, because we don't put values, we don't care. The government, who is who, they just don't care. As far as they are concerned, they're just doing governance. They don't even know anything about governance. And I'm sorry, people like your guys, who is highly intelligent, erudite, well-trained or whatever, is just being bastardized. Because he cannot stand you and I arguing this kind of a case. And that's why I ask him those professional questions. That if you say what is happening in the north is not happening in the south. Oh, is that deliberate to leave some well-trained policing in the north and leave terrible policing in the south? That is not personal. That is not being religious. That's not being tribal. That's not being anything. But that is the truth. And see what happened. And as we speak, but one thing I believe is things like this cannot go on for long. And as it is, some of us in our age, we lost it. We've lost it. We messed up big time. 60 years on for your child to say that you have not been able to achieve anything. Isn't that a disgrace?
It's terrible.
Thank you, Dan. I look forward for the next invitation. Yeah, I'm having another Zoom meeting now. Say hello to everybody. Yeah.
It's unfortunate you're about leaving. I was just going to ask you a question. Something I did interact with uniform personnel today, and I was told that the uniforms they use, they fund them. They fund themselves.
Oh yes.
So I wanted to know if it's the same situation in the country where you were.
Oh. Madam, let me quickly tell you, I live in UK. I'm a citizen here. I'm well taken care of. It pains me to say, to make that kind of introduction, because here I am. I've contributed to a country. I come from a country that has virtually everything. What UK has is just a fraction, Dan, you know that, of what we have in our country. So I live in the UK. And UK has been so merciful. They've been very kind to me, looking after me. I always say that, Dan, it's not because of anything. But it's just to let people know that people here in this country, I've seen a situation that 28,000 was spent on a dog for replacement, hip replacement. So it is only a country you see people struggling to pay for Medicare. Medicare is not supposed to be an issue. There are a lot of things, 5 major things this country give me, and when I count them, what else am I looking for in Nigeria? I don't even want to be president, because the 5 things is a roof over my head, the 3 square meal, Medicare, transportation at my age, and security. So why should there be war tomorrow and I want to go and fight for Nigeria? It's not going to happen. So because they have not given me, even my pension, they are not paying, they've not given me any returns of my pension. And I pity people who are living in Nigeria that have to go through. No any other country will take their citizens, their people, through all this. The issue of why will you have a government that did not know that this is the time to begin and to end? Why is 774 local government have to struggle? Why is everybody just want to take their own pay? Why will anybody argue or support putting in a warehouse? I'm sure most of the things that are now coming out now must have been there for months.
Yes.
And when you look at it, it's probably one of the government officials that want to start the business of repackaging. We've been there before. You understand me? And now the other one.
Why should you leave? Why should you leave COVID-19 palliatives supplied by? I'm happy that he brought out that I didn't even know that there were contributions from private companies, all those billionaires that contributed hundreds of millions of naira for COVID-19. Now they have donated these things. They gave it to you. You pack them in warehouses all over the country, and people are suffering.
And that could be one person, could be one of the ministers, could be one of the minister relatives that took control of those things, put it in a warehouse, and later on we start repackaging, repacking them, and selling them to the poor people. How do you do that? So that's why I'm sorry. I'm not gloating. I am not saying I'm happy, but I cannot express my joy that at least most of the things that belongs to our people are now being in the open, so they can take as much as they want.
There is a video here of, if I just like you are saying, there is a video where the people want to break into the warehouse and the army is stopping them. And they're telling the army, look, this is our property. Why are you stopping? We want to go there and take what belongs to us. Yeah. And the army say, okay, you have to go in peacefully, one by one, so that you don't destroy the place.
Yeah, because the wife of most of these police people will be laughing because the policemen are also carrying things on their head, taking something home. Because these are things they've not eaten the last, you understand me? And look at their barracks. These things are terrible. These are terrible things we are doing to ourselves. And remember, I always use that one. It shows that we don't know anything about governance. It shows we are retarded. Because when you look at people, I'm sorry, I'm not patronizing if I'm talking about what education should look like. These are brains. These are people that are educated. They know what they're doing. They know how to. I study political science and law. I know how it's supposed to be. Our courts, do you know how terrible, well, you're also a lawyer, do you know how terrible courts are in Nigeria? How are you going to get justice? You don't train people to make them to be proud of what they are doing. You are owing police. And I say, I have a friend. I don't want to start saying this. I can say it. I'm not going to mention his name. They are owing them salaries. They are owing them salaries. You are owing policemen salaries. And guess what? Who's taking the salary? Their bosses.
Of course. And even in answer to the question asked by Lydia, whether policemen in the UK are treated that way.
Yeah.
In the UK, in the civil service, there are 3 grades of the most highly paid people in the public service. And they are policemen, the nurses, and the teachers.
Yes.
So that if you come to London, the average income, the average salary of an average Londoner is like £23,000 a year, or
12,000.
21 and 23.
Yeah.
So that is check out. If you look at the civil service, the average income of a Londoner,
you're right. Yes,
is between 21 and 23,000 pounds a year.
Yes, correct.
But for the nurses, the policemen and teachers, that is statement within 2, 3, 4 years. The average policeman, a nurse or teacher will be earning between 28,000 and 30,000 pounds a year.
Yep, correct. And
but in Nigeria, why should you should pay the policemen, nurses, and teachers higher than any other people? Because these are the people that take care of the population.
And policing in the UK goes through almost about 40 different levels. You understand me? And have policing structure in the UK go through so many levels. The only one level we know in Nigeria is arrest them, extort them, and take them to police station, whatever. Any other level, you are reading the anyway. Yeah, pleasure again. I have to go now. Madam, I hope I've been able to answer your question.
Yes, you have. I wish there was time for us to dwell some more, but it's okay. Thank you so much.
Don't worry. Next time.
Okay, Otumba,
Yeah.
you can go. Do you have anything to say?
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Yes,
so much.
so nothing much. I just want to thank Otumba Olabode. In fact, I'm very proud to have interacted with him. And for you, Daniel, my brother, thank you very much for what you are doing. You are really doing well for our country, Nigeria. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you so much. Have
Okay.
yourself a good night. All right, so at this point, I'll be stepping out.
All right, so
Thank you.
all right, thank you, everyone.